What is going on, guys? Brad here from Pickdawgz.com, and I got a pick in this Harvard versus St. John's college basketball game going down on Saturday, November 30th, 2023, or 2024. Here at Pickdawgz, we drop the most repeat videos out of anyone, so click that subscribe button, drop a like. It helps us out a lot. If you guys are looking for the picks like the best, the picks like the most, the picks that I'm betting myself personally, go to Pickdawgz.com, click the premium pick section, we'll click the link in the description of this video. You will find all my plays there. All righty, man. We got Harvard headed into New York to play St. John's. And man, this Harvard team, haven't been too impressed with them so far this season. Coming in with a 2-5 record, 2-5 ATS as well. They're averaging 66.9 points per game, giving up 73.3 points per game. Robert Hinton is their leading scorer, averaging 16.4 points per game. And the reason Harvard leaves a bad taste in my mouth is I took a loss with them earlier this season. I believe it was that Northeastern game or that American game. I remember I took them earlier this season, and it was just not pretty. And yeah, I mean, look, they were 1.5 point favorites against American, lost that game by 12. 2 point dogs against Northeastern, lost that game by 22. Lost to Navy. They were 2 point dogs that one, lost by 5. It's just been tough, and even in their last game, they've played UMass as 3 point dogs, lost that one by 8. So they're not winning games and they're not covering games either. Their one nice win that they had, they beat Colgate. They were 1.5 point dogs in that one and won outright. That, in my opinion, was just more of an off game from Colgate. But hey, we'll get Harvard that one. At least they got that one in their bag. But other than that, like I said, just haven't been too impressed with this Harvard team. And Harvard is typically a team that puts together some decent programs. Usually shoots the three ball good. You know, keep up the pace with some of the better teams, but just really hasn't been that way. And now they get a tough test against St. John's. St. John's went with a 5-2 record, 5-2 ATS, averaging 82.9 points per game, giving up 67 points per game. RJ Lewis is their leading scorer, averaging 16.7 points per game. And man, St. John's is coming off a tough loss against Georgia. They were 6 point favorites in that one, lost that game by 3. Probably St. John's worst performance so far this season. They only put up 63 points in that game, where, I mean, looking at some of these other numbers, they put up 80 against Virginia, a good Virginia defense, 98 against Baylor, 85 against New Mexico, and then they just laid a dud against Georgia. You know, sometimes that happens. That's sports. Sometimes you just have an off night, but I did not like how St. John's looked. But, I mean, other than that, man, it's been a really solid season for them. Their other loss was to Baylor, and that's nothing to hang your head on. That Baylor team is really good, and they were 2.5 point dogs in that one. So I'm not putting too much stock into that. I think the St. John's team is really solid still. And coming into this one, I think they're going to be playing with a little bit more momentum or motivation, sorry. Maybe a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after losing to Georgia. So I'm going to take St. John's here. I'm going to lay the points. I think they're significantly better than Harvard all around from point guard to center. I really don't see how Harvard is able to keep up in this one. And look, we've seen this St. John's team cover some large spreads already this season. So I don't see why they do it in this spot. Perfect bounce back spot for them. So give me Harvard, lay the points. I appreciate you guys watching this. Click that subscribe button, drop a like, drop in the comments who you're taking in this one. And if you guys are looking for the picks like the best, the picks like the most, the picks that I'm betting myself personally, go to Pickdawgz.com, click the free pick section, or click the link in the description of this video. You'll find all my plays there. I'll catch you on the next one.